What a ball, here I am again. Never thought I'd have to make a third video today, but you know what? This one is at YouTube moderation team, as well as at Twitter moderation team, as well as at Facebook moderation team. Now, in the court of law, targeted hate is not when one user directs comments towards another user, or when one user chooses to defend himself against another user. Now, targeted hate is when one user decides, instead of confronting the other user, what they're gonna do is instead go and post on 3 fucking platforms their complaint of how now, after they bullied somebody, they didn't like outcomes, so now feel like they're the victim. And instead of saying they bullied somebody and now feel like they're a victim, what they're going to word it is, I'm the victim, I did nothing wrong in this situation, this person's running my name through the mud. Like this artist underscore J Robbins is doing on multiple platforms, and try to get their fan base, thousands of followers, to target this user, thus multiple users targeting a single individual person. So yes, this dude is trying to engage by targeting hate, okay? That's a form of harassment that violates multiple terms on multiple platforms. I would also like to say that I do suffer from some form of disability. So he is targeting people with targeted hate, also harassing them based on disability, which I also know goes in multiple terms. And if the moderation team at Twitter, or moderation team at YouTube, or moderation team at Facebook, who review the Google Doc of the entire thing, not just his bits and pieces that he wants to use to make him look good, because if we were to take this to civil court, that judge isn't just going to want your bits and pieces, Mr. Artist J. Robbins, that show none of your actions but just what makes you look. No, they're going to want the entire combo front to back. And if you tried to just give them a bits and pieces, not the entire full combo, they're going to tell you to sit your ass down. They don't give 2 shits about your bits and pieces that make you look good. They're going to want the entire engaged full combo. So when you're trying to get moderation team involved, a legal team who has to take legal action based on a legal terms of service, which can be enforced in a court of law, you might want to think legally wise. Now, this dude literally today wants to hop on and go, oh guys, I need serious help. This guy is using my dead name to call me out. I just got an email saying, like, 3 long ass messages, and he's out publicly on YouTube. This is not fucking okay. Help me, anyone, please. Like, he's fucking panic. I like how he words it his email, because last I checked, you don't need somebody's email address to send them a Facebook Messenger message, which is where the 3 messages were sent. Okay? I don't have your email, buddy, so don't make it out to be like I have your personal info that can be used for, say, logging into things, because that's a lie. Just like when you went from Twitter where you had people target me, and I chose to make a defense video on it by posting the entire combo so they can't see your twisted story but get the full story of the entire combo. You chose to then go over to YouTube and act like an anonymous user who claims that I replied to an anonymous comment that was not directed towards me, and claim you're female in that comment on YouTube. But when I went over to your about on YouTube, you got a Facebook link, which takes me to a profile named John on Facebook, which isn't a male. And what was his first public post? Oh, that's right. It's the same dude that complained on Twitter trying to get people to believe that an entire 11-minute video was made simply because he corrected somebody's grammar. No, buddy. You, on your next post, misspelt grammar. You talked down to somebody by calling them a fucking idiot. You also insulted them by correcting their grammar, and you misspelt, which proves you have shitty grammar. So the only reason you judge people's grammar is to make yourself feel better about your own shitty grammar. So Yeah, bring that up in the story, but yeah, guess what, pal? The video had nothing to do with the grammar correction. It's because you chose to slander my name through the mud in a manipulative lied post taken into your own context, out of context from the original post, okay, buddy? So, no, it had nothing to do with that. So if you're going to go and slander my name on Facebook, making statements like, hey, everybody on Facebook, go report this user, which is an abusive report feature? You know that, right? That's abusive report feature. That's already violating YouTube terms of service. The same people you were tagging saying, come help me. Because if they are reporting on your behalf, that is no different than if you create 400 plus emails to report on your own behalf. It's abuse of the report feature, pal. And because that post and screenshots of that post are linked in that Google Doc, which will be in this video, as well as my other videos for YouTube to review upon reviewing the videos, I'm sure they will be like, oh, well, that's just false flagging after they see the fact you're trying to get targeted hate engaged, and then you go from playing bully to bully play victim act, which if you Google bullies play victim, that is an actual psych evaluation for most bullies. They like to play the victim role after they can't deal with the outcome of the people they bullied, the response they get it. They like to play the victim role. But I'm sorry, there is no victim in a person who has bullied somebody. You don't get that option. Just like the person who goes up to the random black person as a white person and yells the fucking N-word. That white person no longer gets to claim the I'm not racist act, okay? A bully who bullies people no longer gets to claim the victim card in that situation, which this all began with you insulting somebody's intellect by grammar trolling them. That's how it began. That's not what labeled you a bully. What labeled you as a bully, instead of ending that right there and then when you got a rude reply back to your rudeness, instead of just ending it right there and then, you chose to screenshot it out of context and drag somebody's name through the mud, trying to get your targeted hate directed towards them, aka bullying them, thus labeling yourself a bully. Thus your victim card goes out the window, and you had to own up to all responsibilities to your actions. Now, if you want to cry this, you feel like you're a victim, you want YouTube involved, I'll give you one better. How about this? How about we exchange? We can exchange information, address, and all that shit. I'll give you a contact to my local police location. You can give me a contact to your local police location. We can get the police involved. You can show them your little crop screenshots that make you look good. I'll show them entire screenshots that show the conversation, you, me, back and forth, one after another, so they can see where it started, what led up to where it is now. And I'm pretty sure those police are going to be like, oh, well, you fucking are just bitching for no reason. You have no right to be complaining, considering you got yourself in this mess. You can get yourself out. Quit asking for your fan base to bail you out, or YouTube to bail you out, or Facebook people to bail you out. Get yourself out of it. Considering in 3 videos now, I've told you it's as simple as 1, you remove that post where you slandered my name, which started this all, and 2, you don't make an apology to me. No, you make an apology to everybody as part of your fan base. And now I want you to make an apology to YouTube as well as the Facebook team for making up lies and trying to get them involved in your targeted hate. I want you to apologize to your fan base community so they know what type of person you are. Considering you told one lie on Twitter, then you went and told a lie of being a female on YouTube just to turn out you're a male on Facebook, so you lied right there, just to tell another lie on Facebook, now to tag YouTube in it playing a victim role, Well, guess what? I've already commented in those sections the entire Google Doc of everything that's happened. And I will keep adding to that Google Doc every last bit of everything you say that you tried to involve me in until you're willing to admit what you did. So, I hope it was worth it, pal. Peace out. And if I have to, because you're not tagging me. You're not tagging my name. No, you're tagging my brand name, which is a sponsored brand name. If I have to, I will get lawyers involved for defamation, pal. Okay? You want to talk about somebody's dragging your name through the mud? Well, your name's only being dragged through the mud in one single scenario. And if you guys want to know what that is, it's because he dragged somebody else's name through the mud for no reason, made up a lie to make himself sound like a victim, and the person he dragged through the mud chose to post what led up to it, everything he said leading up to it, the comments he's made, so people can see what type of person this is, and exactly the act he's playing out in the scenario he's playing out is the type of person he is, and somehow the person who claims he's a victim, well, victims are people who have done nothing wrong at all in this entire scenario, somehow believes somewhere in any of that could make him look bad or run his name through the mud, or somehow is target. Guess what, bud? If you're claiming the victim act, you're claiming the innocent role. Thus, anything in there would just make you look innocent. If you truly believe you are a victim, everything in that entire scenario of everything I've posted only makes you look innocent. But the fact that you are saying it's running your name through the mud and it's making you look bad and you want the video taken down so people don't see it, clearly believes somewhere in what you've done, you believe you have done wrong onto someone else, which only means you should fucking own up to it and apologize to your fan base. So, here goes another video getting uploaded. I'll be tagging all moderation teams, and unlike you who goes on Twitter and tags at YouTube, I'm gonna look up YouTube moderation teams, direct contact email. I'll be looking up Facebook moderation teams, direct contact email, as well as Twitter moderation team, direct contact email. This shit will get submitted to them, okay? It's not going to play out well for you, because usually on all platforms I'm on, I have direct contacts to the moderation teams. Because a shit like this, I have to, because I run a brand name that is across multiple platforms, okay? And if you think I'm defending my case here on my actual YouTube channel, no, actually, a user let me borrow his to upload my case, okay? He's actually doing the uploading for me as I send him the videos. So, peace out. It's not my channel you're reporting.